Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So, a quick recap of what we are going to do today. 400 students debated. Now, that is a whopping number. So, I think I must at the very outset. I think must thank Ogli and must thank Anjali for supporting Mayo College in organizing such an event for the past few months. I think it's been a great learning experience for my children, and I must thank you for that.
The topic that we have for the junior group is fictional characters can never be role models.
Fictional characters can't replace real people because they can't be there to help when you have actual problems. Instead, it is better to have real life role models who can offer us advice and guidance based on their own experiences. Some fictional characters are negative and they have a bad influence on young children, such as the character of Joker in Batman. Children can go down the bad path if they follow them blindly. To conclude, we must remember fictional characters are a product of someone's imagination. If we make them our role models, we will only end up being disappointed. Instead, we should look for inspiration in real life heroes around us, such as scientists, doctors, teachers, and many others. I rest my motion here. Thank you.
The question is to what level we can take our ability. Example, a mother bringing up a child is an ultimate form of cultivation when rearing, managing, and instilling values in a child to some extent in a form of cultivation, the values which are not skilled at all. William Shakespeare said, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Now I would like to end my argument by the famous saying that practice makes a man perfect. To strengthen my opinion that persuasion can be cultivated by giving some living legendary examples like Sachin Tendulkar, A.R. Rahman, Ratan Tata, P.V. Sindhu. These personalities make us believe that persuasion is one of the most important trail one needs to have, and fortunately persuasion is something that can be learned if you are willing to work at it.
My name is Shivang Clarker, and today I'll be speaking against the motion on persuasion is a skill which cannot be cultivated, and ending on the behalf of the opposition. To conclude it all off, all skills are ones which can be cultivated, which essentially means learnt over time. Persuasion is also a skill like all others, one which can be achieved through various means, and one which once mastered makes you a potential leader. A person adapts to an environment, and there is no such skill which cannot be cultivated and learned over time. Politicians persuade entire nations to believe them. They aren't born that way. Over time, each skill has been cultivated and learned from scratch. Ben Shapiro wasn't born a good debater and persuader. He learned it himself. The skills which make him stand out in his field today.
I would request Miss Anjali Tiwari, founder and CEO, Ogli, to take us to the world of 21st century skills. Miss Anjali Tiwari.
Thank you so much, Gaurav. A pleasure to be with all of you. And a hearty good afternoon. I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed with the confidence, with the seriousness that the participants have put in, and the confidence that they've displayed. So I first want to really thank the educators, all 91 of them that started the journey with us 4 5 months back, making sure that Ogli was well set to get you onto this journey. And all 400 boys who have continued with the same spirit on this journey and displayed and utilized it with full energy. Sir said that what is this 21st century skills all about? Very simplistically, the fact is that the century that we are in requires us to become even more human. We need to be class A humans, not class B bots. And that brings me to the second point that we experienced as an organization watching Mayo Boys. The fact is that all of you, in many ways, have ended up displaying the Mayo values. Whether we meet each other in person or we are, interacting digitally, the fact is the values always reflect of a person. So as you will work with the global world tomorrow, with your peers, with your friends across, you will leave digital prints, footprints. That there was a lot of fair play exercise, which is your first value, in terms of some 900 plus arguments put forward. nearly 4 arguments per boy was put forward. That is heartening to see. The fact is that we could sense humility, we could sense fellowship, as you did nearly 15 posts of appreciation and comments for your peers itself. So 12,000 likes and comments were put across on the arguments that were put on the platform. These are some instances where you can see what and feel what the boys are about, what the DNA is of the school. So baby steps seen, very impressive indeed. I think we are already on that journey. I think we are well set with educators who see the need to pursue this beyond the classroom. So I must congratulate the school once again.
Thank you, Gaurav. Thank you, Sanjay. And to begin with, let me thank Anjali as well. I've been listening into the thing. Firstly, to compliment Mr. Khati and the entire English faculty for organizing the debate, and of course, for Ogli for setting up all the events that have been happening, and Mr. Dixit for coordinating with Ogli for some months now. And what is important is, please understand, in our outreach center, we have a tagline which says, beyond classroom, beyond curriculum, and beyond campus. So what you learn as per your formal syllabus of CBSE is only a small part of it's just like schooling. Everything else you do is part of education. And in a school like Mayo, we get a chance to do so many co-curriculars, so many sports, and that is what holistically is education. And the underpinning of all this is character. And one of the important tests of character nowadays, because on technology, and Anjali made a mention that fakeness can be introduced very easily using technology. One of the strong tests of character today is the high degree of integrity that you have. And the integrity, remember, even we today have become data for various companies like Facebook and others. We are a product in ourselves. So, on this journey of debating, which is just one fragment of learning in life, please remember that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one small step. And in this small step that you are taking, and Mr. Khati has been speaking to you about various types of impact that your communication skills have, please remember, and Mr. Gaurav Kumar also said at the beginning, that you don't have to, in 3 minutes, churn out millions of words. If you don't leave an impact, whether it's in debating, whether it's in your community, whether on society, then it's not a life well lived. So this is the right time to pick up these skills.